it's Miss Jamie, and I'm so happy to see you today. We're going to do another fun day all about fall. But first, let's sing Side to Side with our music teacher, Miss Nancy. Here she is.
This is Side to Side from The Seasons. Let's go side to side, side to side, side to side, and side to side, side to side, side to side. Go side to side. Now go in and out. Go in and out. In and out. Go in and out. And in and out. Go in and out. In and out. Go in and out. And now go round and around like this. Round and round. Round and round. Go round and round. And go the other way. Go around and round. Round and round. Go round and around. And now let's bounce, bounce, bounce. Go bounce, bounce, bounce. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Go bounce, bounce, bounce. And a bounce, bounce, bounce. Go bounce, bounce, bounce. Go bounce, bounce, bounce. Go bounce, bounce, bounce. And side to side again. Side to side. Side to side. Go side to side and side to side. Side to side. Side to side. Go side to side and side to side.
Thank you so much, Miss Nancy. Will you call Betsy for me? 1, 2, 3. Say, Betsy, where are you? Oh, Betsy, come out, my little feathered friend. Hello, friends. How are you today? Hello, friends. How are you? Hello, Betsy. How are you? Hello, Miss Jamie. How are you? We're so glad to see you. Here, here, we're all here. Here, here, we're all here. Here, here, we're all here. We're all here together. Yay! And this week we're learning all about fall. Betsy, you love fall, right? I do too. It's my favorite season. In the fall, what are some things that we might see outside? Can you remember some of the things we might see during the fall? Tell me one thing you might remember. The leaves. Yes, the leaves might fall during, oh, that's fall, and this is leaf, might fall during fall. Do you know anything else you might see in the fall? Pumpkins. Do you remember all the things we had on the tray? And I have another clue for you today. What is something else we might see in the fall? Apples. Yes, this delicious apple has been growing all summer long, getting bigger and riper up on the apple tree. And then all of a sudden in the fall, it's ready for us to pick and eat. It's ripe. Apples are picked in the fall. And we can use apples to make other foods, lots of other foods. Have you ever tasted anything made out of apple? Have you ever had some apple juice to drink? That's a sweet treat, isn't it? Or maybe you've eaten some apple sauce. Apple sauce is just mushed up apples, all cooked together. You can eat it with a spoon or drink it from a pouch. Apples are really fun because they come in lots of different colors. Let me show you some pictures and then I'll show you some apples. Apples grow up on trees in an orchard. Can you say that word? Orchard. Orchard is a farm full of trees. And this one has apples growing on it. You can see how they're ripe and ready to pick. Here's a close-up. You can pick the apples when they are ripe in the fall. And there are lots of different kinds of apples and lots of different colors of apples too. Let's look at some. This is a big apple called a jazz apple. It's red on one side, and look at the back, and yellow on the other side. It's crunchy and sweet. Here's another one. This kind of apple, do you see the stem at the top? Is called a red delicious. It's delicious. And look at the bottom of the apple. Have you ever noticed what's on the bottom of the apple? Right there in the middle, can you see that? That's where the flower used to be on the tree. And then when the flower turned into an apple, it's dried up and it's on the bottom. You don't eat that part. Do you see this red delicious apple? And this one has a name almost the same. This one is called a golden delicious apple. So we have a red delicious and a golden delicious. This golden delicious has a long stem. And do you see the little flower on the bottom from the tree? It used to hang up in the tree like this until it was picked. And I bought it at the grocery store. And I have one more I want to show you. This one has a funny name. This one, it still has the sticker on it from the grocery store. Do you see? The sticker didn't grow on the tree in the orchard. They put that sticker on at the grocery store so you know how much it costs. And I forgot to take it off. Do you see the stem at the top? And there's the flower at the bottom. You have to check your apples at home to see if they have a flower on the bottom. And do you want to know the funny name of this green apple? It has a silly name. This green apple is called Granny Smith, like a grandma, a Granny Smith apple. When you bite into this one, it's a little bit tart. Have you ever tasted a Granny Smith apple? I'm going to put my apples down. I'll put them back here in the basket. And we are going to learn a poem all about apples up in a tree. I wish that we were here together and we could take a bite out of some of these apples and listen to the crunch and taste how sweet they are on our tongue. Wouldn't that be fun if we did an apple taste test together? Maybe you could eat an apple for your snack today. I'll put down the apple juice and the apple sauce. And what I'm left with is a great big apple tree. Will you help me count the apples and we'll hang them on the tree? Here they go. One. That one was ready to be picked. It jumped off the tree. Let's try again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 red apples hanging in the tree. The juiciest apple you ever did see. The wind came by with a powerful sound, and one red apple came tumbling down. I'm going to put them down like this. Now there are 9 red apples hanging in the tree. The juiciest apple you ever did see. The wind came by with a powerful sound, and one red apple came tumbling down. Maybe I'll turn them this way. Nice. How many apples are left? 8. Good. 8 red apples hanging in the tree. The juiciest apple you ever did see. The wind came by with a powerful sound, and 1 red apple came tumbling down. Now there are 3 that fell down, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 red apples hanging in the tree, the juiciest apple you ever did see. The wind came by with a powerful sound, and 1 red apple came tumbling down. Now there are 6 red apples hanging in the tree, the juiciest apple you ever did see. The wind came by with a powerful sound, and 1 red apple came tumbling down. Now we have 5 that fell down and 5 in the tree. 5 red apples hanging in the tree, the juiciest apple you ever did see. The wind came by with a powerful sound, and 1 red apple came tumbling down. Now there are 4. Do you see the 4? 4 red apples hanging in the tree, the juiciest apples you ever did see. The wind came by with a powerful sound, and 1 red apple came tumbling down. Now there are 3. Show me 3. 3 red apples hanging in the tree, the juiciest apple you ever did see. The wind came by with a powerful sound, and 1 red apple came tumbling down. Now there are 2. See the 2? 2 red apples hanging in the tree, the juiciest apple you ever did see. The wind came by with a powerful sound, and 1 red apple came tumbling down. How many are left? Just 1. 1 red apple hanging in the tree, the juiciest apple you ever did see. The wind came by with a powerful sound, and the last red apple came tumbling down. Now 10 red apples are on the ground. They all fell out of the tree because the wind blew them down. You did such a good job counting. Did this remind you of the poem we did yesterday with the 10 colorful leaves up in the tree? Did your brain say, hey, this reminds me of the poem we did yesterday? If you made that connection, give yourself a brain kiss. Brain, that means you're always thinking and trying to remember other things. And that's how we know how smart you are. Well, now, friends, we are going to do another I see sentence pocket chart. This one's called I see apples. I think I forgot to teach you the sign for apple. For the apple, you take your knuckle like this and go apple, apple. Can you say apple? Yes, I see apples. Good. We are going to put these apples up on the pocket chart and count them. And then we're going to practice pointing to the words. So you need to get your reading finger up, and we're going to practice pointing to the words like this. I see apples. Good. Did you point with your reading finger? Okay, let's put some up here. Let's do the first one. This one says, I see, and I'm going to add some numbers. 1, apple. Can you try it? I see 1 apple. Did you put the number 1 and use your finger? And we can even add 1 apple like this. Good. Let's make another sentence. Ready? This one's going to say, I see, what number should we do next? 2 apples. Good. Good job. And should we put up 2 apples? Let's put up 2 like this. 1. And here's one that's already been cut in half. 2. Can you point to the sentences with your reading finger? And let's say them together. I see 2 apples. Good. Did you point with your reading finger? Nice job. Let's do 2 more. Let's do I see 3 apples. And let's count 3. Will you help me count? Ready? 1, 2, and 3. There's 3 apples. We're going to read it together. Ready? Use your reading finger. Point at the words. I see 3 apples. Good. 1, 2, 3. And the last one will say, I see 4 apples. And help me count to 4. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a lot of apples. I see 4 apples. Can you do them all with me? Okay, turn your thinking cap on. High power. And let's read together. Here goes. Use your reading finger. I see apples. Good. Here goes. I see 1 apple. Good. I see 2 apples. Well done. I see 3 apples. Good. And the last one. I see 4 apples. You're so good at reading. We've been practicing this a lot, and I can tell that you're getting better at it. I have a fun story for you today. This fun story is called 10 Red Apples. We've been talking a lot about apples and counting apples today, haven't we? I have to take this down so that I can show you the 10 red apples up in the tree. I'm going to take my tree down. And this book is called 10 Red Apples. And there are 10 red apples up in this tree. Help me count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we're going to read it and say 10 red apples. Fiddle-dee-fee. Yippee! Fiddle-dee-fee. Maybe we'll do both. Yippee and fiddle-dee-fee. This is a story about a farmer who has an apple tree on his farm. And all of the animals on the farm want an apple. Let's read it and we'll add the pieces up to the board as we read. It's called 10 Red Apples by Pat Hutchins. Pat Hutchins did the words and the pictures, both. 10 Red Apples. There's the title page, 10 Red Apples. You see the farmer and his wife? 10 red apples hanging in the tree. Yippee! Fiddle-dee-fee. Horse came and ate one. Chomp, chomp, chomp. Nay, nay, fiddle-dee-fee. Horse, cried the farmer, Save some for me. Will you read the yippee part with me? 9 red apples hanging in the tree. Yippee! Fiddle-dee-fee. Cow came and ate one. Munch, munch, munch. Moo, moo, fiddle-dee-fee. Cow, cried the farmer, save some for me. Now there are only 8. 8 red apples hanging in the tree. Yippee! Fiddle-dee-fee. Donkey came and ate one. Gobble, gobble, gobble. Hee-haw! Fiddle-dee-fee. Donkey, cried the farmer, save some for me. 7 red apples hanging in the tree. Yippee! Fiddle-dee-fee. Goat came and ate one. Gulp, gulp, gulp. Ma, ma, fiddle-dee-fee. Goat, cried the farmer, save some for me. Can you say it with me? There's a lot of parts that repeat. Maybe you can say them with me. 6 red apples hanging in the tree. Yippee! Fiddle-dee-fee. Pig came and ate one. Snort, snort, snort. Oink, oink. Fiddle-dee-fee. Pig, cried the farmer, save some for me. 5 red apples hanging in the tree. Yippee! Fiddle-dee-fee. See that fuzzy sheep? Sheep came and ate one. Nibble, nibble, nibble. Ba, ba, fiddle-dee-fee. Sheep, cried the farmer, save some for me. Four red apples hanging in the tree. Yippee! Fiddle-dee-fee. Goose came and ate one. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Hiss, hiss, fiddle-dee-fee. Goose, cried the farmer, save some for me. There aren't going to be any left for the farmer on the tree, are there? 3 red apples hanging in the tree. Yippee! Fiddle-dee-fee. Duck came and ate one. Pick, pick, pick. Quack, quack, fiddle-dee-fee. Duck, cried the farmer, save some for me. 2 red apples hanging on the tree. Yippee! Fiddle-dee-fee. Hen came and ate one. Peck, peck, peck. Cluck, cluck, fiddle-dee-fee. Hen, cried the farmer, save some for me. Uh-oh, who's going to eat the last apple? What do you think? 1 red apple hanging in the tree. Yippee! Fiddle-dee-fee. Good, said the farmer. You saved one for me. Yippee! Fiddle-dee-fee. But who's over here? Do you see? Yes, the farmer's wife. I bet she wanted an apple too. No red apples hanging on the tree. My, fiddle-dee-fee. No red apples to bake in a pie. Fie, fiddle-dee-fee. The farmer's wife was going to bake an apple pie with her apples. Look, cried the farmer, another apple tree. More red apples hanging on a tree. Yippee! Fiddle-dee-fee. Good, cried the farmer's wife, you saved them for me. Yippee! Fiddle-dee-fee. Everybody wanted an apple off of that apple tree, didn't they? And there they are. waiting for the apples to bake into a pie, right? Isn't that a fun book? You could say that. You could say, yippee, fiddle-dee-fee. Good job. Remember the sign is apple. I'm going to teach you a little poem you can do with no cards and no pictures, just with your hands. So make your hands round like two apples, and we're going to put them way up high. In the apple tree, two red apples smiled down at me. I shook the tree as hard as I could. Down came the apples. They were good. Can you make two apples like this? Let's say it together. Way up high in the apple tree, two red apples smiled down at me. I shook the tree as hard as I could. Down came the apples. They were good. Well done. Your home project today is to do some art with apples. Would you like to see the home project? Okay, for this one, first I hope you get to bite and taste an apple. That's really important so that your tongue and your sense of smell and your sense of hearing can experience the apple. And then we're going to do some art with the apples. Let me move this just for a second so you can see. I think that's a little bit better so that you can see the apples. So for this one, we're going to make apple prints. And I'm going to show you how to make an apple print. And I have two tips for the grown-ups. The first thing is that we have to cut the apple in half. And this is a grown-up job because it requires a sharp knife. You, the artist, can decide if you want your apple cut in half like this or from top and bottom. I'm going to cut mine like this. And then we're going to look at the inside of the apple. Do you see the seeds inside? Maybe you could plant these seeds and see if you grow an apple tree in your yard. You could plant them and see what happens. We're going to make an apple print. So I wanted to give you two tips for making the print. Little hands, it's really hard to hold on to the apple. So there are two different ways you can do this. You could either stick a fork in your apple like this and use it like this to make the prints. That makes it a lot easier for your hands to hold on to the apple. Or your grown-up can cut little bitty handles into the apple like this. Let me show you. I'm going to cut a little bitty handle into my apple like this. So you just cut out, grown-ups have to do this part, cut out two little slices like this, and then the little fingers can hold it like this to make an apple print. So if you really don't like your fingers to get dirty, try using a fork. But if you like to get messy and feel the way that things feel on the inside, just have your grown-up cut two little slices out like this. It will help you hold on to it. Okay, and then we're going to put the knife and the cutting board away. And then what you're going to do is get a plate or a tray or whatever you use to paint and put a little bit of paint on your plate. I think I'll make mine yellow. So I'm going to put just a little bit of paint on my plate like this, and I'll swish it all around. You could swish it with a paintbrush or with your apple. And then what we're going to do is take the apple print. And to make a print, it means down and up on your paper. So try the prints first, and then maybe you'd like to experiment with different ways. So you dip your apple into the paint like this. Look how it's covered with paint. And then I can just dip it down and up, down and up, down and up, and make some apple prints on my paper. Do you see that? Maybe you can use red paint or green or yellow, and you could, after you're done printing, you could also paint like this, like it's like a big paintbrush. Maybe you could roll your apple in the paint and try different ways to paint with an apple. Maybe you have an older apple that's a little mushy. That's the best kind of apple to use for apple prints. And save your good, crispy, juicy apples for your snack or your lunch. Will you show me what you make in class today? I would love to see a picture of it. Believe it or not, it's already time for us to go. Let's call Betsy back. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Betsy, come back. Come on, Betsy. Hello, friends. That was so much fun. Betsy, do you think with your birdseed this afternoon we could also eat some apples? Yeah, that would be delicious. Preschool time is over now, over now, over now. Preschool time is over now for another day. Wave goodbye to all of our friends, all of our friends, all of our friends. Wave goodbye to all of our friends. It's time to stay home and play. Hip, hip, hooray! Do you have some birdseed for Betsy to eat with her apple snack? Wonderful. And while you're getting it out, I'll show you the play pack looks like this today. Miss Jamie always has ideas for you that you can do at home with your grown-up to extend the learning. And there are also some practice pages if you're working on your writing. Okay, throw it this way. 1, 2, 3. Thank you for the bird seed. And if you'd like a kiss, hold your hand out like this. Here it comes. Did you catch it? And stick it to your cheek. Give yourself a big hug from Miss Jamie and Betsy. We're so proud of you. We can't wait to see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye, friends. Bye-bye.